Dr. Tiffany Simpson, you have been selected for astronaut training.
I'm gonna be an astronaut.
Tom, phenomenal job on this film, man. I thought it was hilarious, but it also has this theme of not giving up on your dreams, no matter how old you are, which is always great. You play the more reserved and bookish Logan O'Leary. Tell us a little bit about the character Logan.
Yeah, Logan, he is bookish. You know, I liken him to Clark Kent because I feel like this is like his mask, really. Like, I think he's become this version of himself because of the work and the job and like his education, and like I feel like he had parents that pushed him into this world. And actually the real Logan is a bit closer to Rex, really. And I think when he is around Rex, she brings something out of him that he has within himself that is the true him. And I think that's the beauty of it, really, of like actually he's more like that than he realizes. So
Absolutely.
It's really like that.
Absolutely, man. In your performance too, I saw a little bit of that Christopher Reeve, duality with the bumbling kind of way that Logan was presented. But you're completely right. Logan really does come out of his shell when he's around Rex. Can you talk about their dynamic and working with Emma Roberts on this film?
Yeah, working with them was great, and it allowed their relationship to be quite. It kind of came off the page, really, because we, as actors, we were quite loose with it, and it became something more than was on the page, which Liz always wanted. As a director, she was always like, I want you guys to bring more to it, bring yourselves to it. And that allowed us to really play, and it's so nice to be in a scene with a scene partner when you're both in sync like that, because it doesn't always happen. So that was really nice.
I want to talk about Liz for a second because I think she did such a phenomenal job directing this movie. She also wrote this film. Can you talk about collaborating with Liz W Garcia on this film and what her directing style added to Space Cadet?
Yeah, well, I think she had the directing style which was perfect for this kind of movie, which was, she guides you in the way that she wants you to go, but then she also then has this kind of hands-off, like let you fly kind of attitude, which is perfect because if you micromanage these kind of performances in this kind of movie, it's never really going to be what you want it to be. You kind of need to let actors work in sync with you and where you want it to go, and then like let them be free. And she's perfect with that. She's such a great collaborator, and I knew from the first meeting I had with her about the project that this is what it was going to be from her, and I was delighted about the whole process. I had such a fun time. Like every day on set was just so much fun with her.
Now, speaking of letting actors go and being free, I love the dynamic with you and Gabriel Yun's character, Pam Proctor. Can you talk about working with her and the dynamic of Pam and Logan? Yeah,
it's great because it's that kind of like boss, apprentice kind of like, is she his boss? Is she not? And she is ultimately, but they have this interesting dynamic and slightly flirtatious, but like there's, it was like a very similar thing to with Emma, is that she was so keen to like throw stuff out there as I was, so between the two of us, I mean, God knows what actually made it in to the cut versus what we did. There was so many different versions of it with things we just goofed around, and Liz encouraged all of that. So it was perfect.
That is absolutely incredible. Look, I'm a big fan of the Umbrella Academy. I know we got the final season coming up. Talk to me. How is Luther coping without powers for the final season?
He's coping pretty well, actually, but he's not in his ideal place. Let's put it that way. I think they all miss their powers. They're all trying to like convince themselves that their lives are better without powers. But I think the problem is that the time they had with powers actually screwed them up when they tried to like fit in the real world. So they're actually better off with powers ultimately, I think. So, but one thing that Luther doesn't miss is his gorilla body, that's for sure.
Incredible. Now, last question I have for you is this film really shines a light on not giving up on your dreams, empowerment, and second chances. How did you connect with these themes in Space Cadet?
Yeah, well, I'm a big believer of following your dreams no matter what, like that's what I live by. It's what I tell my kids. It's what I tell my wife, it's like so important that we follow our dreams because you only get one run at this, and I couldn't imagine living a life where I wasn't trying to follow my dreams, I think that that is epitomized in this movie. You know, it's like, it feels like an unachievable thing, but if you follow your dreams and you put towards your dreams and aspirations, you put a plan in place to be able to achieve it, then anything's achievable.
Absolutely. Well said, Tom. Thank you so much for your time, man. Incredible job on the film. I had so much fun watching it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, bud.
We have a special name for astronaut candidates, ass cans.
What?